What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? Psychopathic Jixer 505. Yes, I'm on a different bike right now. I don't even think I've done a reveal or anything about this bike. This is my girl's bike. If you have seen it in previous videos, then you already know about it. So my last major upload was a snowboarding video that I got hurt on. Last run of the day, you know, I was tired. I knew my legs they were basically jelly. And, you know, I figured, fuck it, why not? One more. It's always that one more, you know what I mean? So basically, if you watch the video, you've seen it. I get down to the very end of the run, like I was almost done. And I hooked my heel edge really hard. I was going reasonably fast. I know the camera doesn't really show it, but you know, the GoPros, and I'm using the Sena, you know, they don't show, you know, real speed, real time. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going that fast. I was going a lot faster than I thought I was. And when I went to, because I was kind of just climbing a hill on my toe edge, and I was running out of room as far as I can tell, you know, my comfort zone and whatnot. I'm not a pro snowboarder by any means. But anyway, I went to jump on my heels and do a nice little carve back out into the run and, you know, finish it up. And yeah, I messed up, didn't put my weight in the right place, and caught my heel edge. I rolled twice. I didn't even know that until I really watched the video several times. I have an AC separation of my left shoulder. It's basically where the end of your collarbone, the clavicle, connects to the scapula, which is your shoulder blade. And there's 4 ligaments that hold it down. There's one on the very end that points, you know, out away from your body, hooks down over the top, and then there's 3 underneath it that they're kind of hidden. And you know, all of these together are what hold the collarbone in place. And according to, I've been going through all kinds of stuff. I'm actually on my way to work right now to finalize my paperwork for my leave. I am riding. I probably shouldn't be, but I've got most of my mobility back. This happened almost 2 weeks ago. It's been almost 2 weeks since the accident, since my injury, but you know, I've got most of my mobility back. I just don't have any strength because, well, I have a torn ligament, and yeah, it's kind of hard to put any real strain on that ligament. So yeah, I probably shouldn't be riding, but this doesn't really hurt, and that's the main thing he told me to do, is don't do anything that hurts. You know, if it hurts, don't do it. And this is actually feeling pretty good. I have a little tiny, like, itty-bitty little twinge of a little bit of pain, but I think that's just going to be normal because my arm's not used to sitting in this position. You know, I've been kind of keeping it at a, you know, down by my side with my forearm across my stomach, across my body, you know, 90 degree, you know, the typical sling sit position. I actually returned my sling because went to the store, picked one up, and it was too small. I'm not a small guy, you know, I'm a big guy. But they can't make a universal, you know, first aid sling that's big enough for me, apparently. So I've been just kind of doing it on my own. And I've got most of my mobility back, which I think is awesome. I actually had most of it back at the beginning of this week. So that would have been a week afterwards. I had most of my mobility back. But yeah, apparently everything's doing pretty good. I got approved for time off, which I wasn't looking to get time off. I really didn't want to. I tried going back to work 2 days after the accident, and I let my boss know that I was injured, and he gave me a quick little test, and he goes, I don't like this that you could injure yourself further, and you're gonna have to go ahead and go home. So I took it as it was, you know, take it with a grain of salt and be like, okay, whatever. I went home, called back, you know, called in for the next couple days, because I wasn't allowed to come back until I had a doctor's release saying that my arm is back to 100%. Now, in all that process, I went to a doctor. We have a doctor at our place, and you know, talk to them, and they weren't, let's just say they're professional, but not in this field. So kind of makes it a little bit tricky in order to figure out how to proceed with this. She said she couldn't give me any restrictions, and that's not how this job works. There's no restrictions allowed. If you're on restrictions, you're not at work, basically. So I finally went through, did x-rays, went to whatever call it is, a joint doctor, and yeah, freaking, I'm gonna cut you guys off. I'll be right back, okay? I'm back. Had to deal with my work. I officially am on leave. Gotta get my shoulder fixed so I can get back to work as soon as possible. Did have a little bit of personal time I was able to throw in for my next paycheck, so I'm not gonna be completely broke. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as far as my injury goes. I know this is gonna be more for people who have actually, you know, seen it, and you know, they watched that terrifying, horrific crash. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my talking there. I'm gonna keep recording, but you guys probably won't see anything else. I always do. I record constantly, you know, for insurance and whatnot. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, help me grow a little bit. This is beautiful New Mexico, or the land of entrapment that everybody calls it. Kind of is, but it's got its times, you know. So it's not the worst place in the world, that's for sure. But yeah, see you guys on the next one.